Who was the stranger that I moved in with? Well, I started going to a church about 2 years ago now, and my first time attending the service, I felt this nudge to ask someone there afterwards if they were having like a women's Bible study. And at this time, I did not know the Lord, and I thought I did. And the person I asked had told me that they were actually starting a women's Bible study, I think like that following week or that same week or something like that. So I went. The Bible study was a group of about, I feel like 5 to 7 women, somewhere in that like quantity, I guess. And there were 2 women in particular that I think the Lord was pursuing me through. And so, yes, I moved in with a stranger, and no, she did not know my last name upon me moving in. But I had gotten acquainted with the person that I moved in with before I actually moved in. So I would go to, it was usually her house weekly for these Bible studies that I would do with this group of women. And we were reading the book of Hebrews, and I was just not paying attention. I think most of that is a blur because I don't remember, like, sorry, there's like people outside. I don't know why they're outside at this hour, but they're just being loud. So it's a little distracting to me. But yeah, I don't remember much from the Bible studies other than like just feeling very empty, feeling like I like had it mostly together, and the only thing I needed to have it all the way together was work on this like spiritual part of my life and achieve whatever level of success as a content creator I felt like I needed to be achieving at that time. So after a few months of going to these Bible studies, the friend or the person, she wasn't my friend yet, I guess. I mean, we knew each other, we didn't know each other that well. But the person that was hosting these Bible studies reached out a few times to like go on a walk, go grab some coffee, just like hang out and get to know each other. And to my memory, I don't think I ever declined any invitation to hang out with her. So one of the first times that we hung out, just she and I, it was like pretty surface level, like, just talking about like my upbringing, her upbringing, what brought her to the area that she was living in. Same for me. And I think the second time we met was another walk. We might have gotten coffee, I really can't remember. And then, we got a little deeper, but still nothing too like intimate. Over the course of like these first two, or in between these first two, like one-on-one interactions with each other, we would like text in between. We still had the Bible studies, I believe. And yeah, the Lord was just nudging me to stop living how I was living, and I didn't know it was the Lord at the time. And so I had gotten this like feeling like I think I need to move out of my boyfriend's house. Or like, we had gotten a place together, and I just felt like, okay, I need to not live with him. No, that's a lie too. That is such a lie. How do I say this? I felt a nudge to start saving myself for marriage, even though I had not been doing that before. And it just felt very out of the blue. So I told my partner at the time, like, hey, I just feel like God doesn't want me to do this anymore, so I can't do this. And then it was well received. But then it just became really clear that we just were not compatible. I think now I would say we weren't equally yoked. And maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks after that, we broke up. And I had the option to still stay there while I figured things out and tried to figure out if I should go back home to Ohio and go back to what was familiar, or stay in Virginia and try to figure it out. So I was like, no, I can't stay here. And what I forgot to mention was twice, both of these women that I didn't know in this Bible study were like, hey, if you ever need a place to stay, you can stay with us. And I'm like, these ladies are weird. They're crazy. Like, why would they let a perfect stranger live in their house? And also, like, why would I need to live in y'all's house? I have a home. I live with my boyfriend, but I think they knew God was up to something, and I just was not. I wasn't aware yet. And then once I became aware, I wasn't ready to accept that. So yeah, I had the option to stay with my partner, like in the house, and us like not be together. But I decided, like, let me reach out to, this lady that said I could move in with her. So I did, and I told her, like, hey, he broke up with me. Can I stay the night? I don't even think I asked. I think she just said, come back over. Because I just felt like, I don't know. I'm like struggling because sharing this story is like, the person that I was with is an amazing person. And, I don't share this story to villainize anybody. The reason why I'm sharing this story is because for a few different reasons. But the main one being, like, the Lord pursued me and continues to pursue me. And there are a lot of women and a lot of men too who live with their partners and either know the Lord and are being disobedient, or don't know the Lord and just kind of living blissfully, but maybe like in ignorance of their need for Jesus. And so I'm not sharing this to shame anyone who might be in a situation that I used to be in, and I'm not sharing it to just like air out my dirty laundry, if you will. I just, so much has changed in the past couple of years, especially with me coming to know the Lord for the past year and a half. And I just didn't see my life being what it is today. If you would have told me 2 years ago, like, hey, you and your boyfriend are going to break up and it's going to be great and you're going to meet these people and you're going to come to know the Lord and you're going to have this amazing community of people that love Jesus and aim to love people, like, I would think you were nuts, and I would probably move back to Ohio like immediately. So yeah, I just felt like it wasn't a good thing to stay in that home, and I wanted to give him his space, and I'm sure he wanted to give me mine, and it was just an unfortunate circumstance. And yeah, so this friend said, come and stay the night. And then one night turned into 3, and 3 turned into like 7 days, a week. And within like less than a week of me moving in, the Lord revealed himself to me, and life just hasn't been the same. So yeah, that's the reason why I moved in with a stranger, and we became really good friends after that. She's somebody that I would call a sister, and she is my sister. She's my sister in Christ, but also like, you know, like I can walk in her house and give me a cup of water, go in the pantry, grab me a snack. I can even host at her house, meaning like if I'm chilling at her house and somebody knock on the door, you know, usually you let the person who owns the home or like is the host of the home go and open the door. But I'm so comfortable, like I have helped her host in her own home. So I don't know what this video is gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna help anybody. Low-key don't even know if I should have shared what I shared, but it's all the truth. It's honest. I think it's still respectful of everyone involved. And I just think my life is just God's story. Like everything belongs to him. So who am I to hold close to my chest the ways in which he has blessed me, just because it's a little messy. So yeah, hope y'all enjoy that video. I'm so nervous about posting this. Okay, bye.